So let's talk about AR global security, how you got started with it, and sort of your mainstream series on that this week in geopolitics.
I think I told you guys before about how I started and like I can't remember exactly what I said, but if you want to go straight to the basics, basically I left university for my undergraduate degree in 2015, started applying for a few jobs quite unsuccessfully, and then this one company who I applied to who weren't sort of like a big chain, if I can describe it that way. But they weren't small either. They just rejected me. So I thought, why not just make a company that's sort of similar to them and just grow to the point where I outcompete them. That was the pure logic behind it at the time. It was just sort of a wouldn't describe it as vengeance, but just
Ambition.
that's what
Something drives
motivates
you.
you sometimes. You gotta do it.
Exactly.
And it seems to be going pretty well, right? You
Yeah.
passed 100,000 followers on TikTok. You're getting up to
Yep.
10K on your YouTube channel. I mean, things are going pretty well. How's that sort of success? How have you been taking it? And just what's that sort of experience been like, seeing that sort of explosive growth this quickly?
To be really honest with you, the with the lockdown, it's actually sort of weird because it's just numbers on a screen. Like no one sort of. I haven't seen any of my friends or anything. I've been on a walk with a couple of them, and they said, "Oh wow, you've got 100,000 TikTok followers now." And it's weird. Like we see your videos on our For You page and stuff. So that was when it
That's
sort
pretty
of
cool.
the first time that it sort of hit home was then. But at the moment, without being able to go outside and see anyone, it's kind of like it's not really hit me the scope of it yet. Like 8,000, I think I'm nearly at 8,000 subscribers on YouTube now. It's not mega, but it's not,
It's not nothing.
It's not
yeah.
nothing.
So it's kind of, yeah, I don't know how to describe it really, to be honest with you. I'm just grateful for people actually wanting to listen to what I've got to say. And then obviously I try and keep things focused on the actual stuff I'm talking about. Like a lot of people, I find especially this is why I don't watch US news at all. I mean, I won't watch any US news because sometimes they make it a bit too personal, whereas I try and focus on the matter at hand and keeping it impartial. That's also another reason why I started the channel is just the lack of impartial media out there. You read, I did a lot of stuff. Obviously, I studied Russia for a year, so I studied Russian foreign policy, and a lot of the time they're recommending like Radio Free Europe. Or have you ever heard of that before?
No, what's that?
I've heard of Radio Free.
Radio Free Europe is was a. I'm not gonna. I can't say it was set up by the CIA because I
Oh
can't
no.
exactly remember that, but I think it was set up by an American.
It's like US funded, I think.
Yeah, so that was basically to get news to people in um, like the USSR, I think, into the communist bloc, and we got recommended a lot of that for my course, and it's just it doesn't it does the job, but it's quite biased towards Russia, if you get what I mean. I
Mhm.
mean, obviously, what the Russians do isn't perfect, what the US doesn't perfect, what the UK does isn't perfect, but I just think sometimes you need to keep it just impartial and let people see like let people decide for themselves. Like give them the facts. Don't withhold any facts. I will say things that are not good for the UK, not good for the US, not good for Russia. So I mean that's why I guess well sometimes my videos don't do so well on TikTok. They won't do so well on YouTube because they don't. It's when you're impartial, everyone hates you.